Emmerdale vet Paddy Kirk makes a deal with the devil next week, as he agrees to help Kim Tate in exchange for some much-needed cash. Paddy is horrified when he discovers that his wife Chaz, Lucy Pargeter, and best friend Marlon, Mark Charnock, are considering letting Al Chapman buy into the Woolpack, which is currently facing a financial crisis. Not wanting an untrustworthy character like Al, Michael Wildman, so close, Paddy finds himself in an agreement with Kim. He'll dope her new racehorse if she hands over the money they need to save the pub without Al's help. Dominic Brunt, who plays Paddy, recently spoke to Digital Spy and other media about the storyline. How does Paddy react when Al wants to buy into the Woolpack? Al is the last person on this earth who Paddy wants to be involved with the Woolpack. Paddy tolerates Al there for a drink, but I think he would be happy if Al lived at the opposite side of the village. Paddy doesn't like Al and doesn't trust him. He feels threatened by him and doesn't want him anywhere near. That's not just because of Al's history with Chaz, he just doesn't trust him and doesn't like him. Are Chaz and Marlon considering the offer? Yes, they do. They suggest it to Paddy and HES completely not happy. Paddy asks, why him? With anybody else in the world, why would you consider him? But what do you do? If there's a chance you're going to lose your livelihood but Paddy's got a bruised ego and isn't man enough to take it on the chin, then which way do you go? How does Paddy get involved with Kim? They don't usually get along. I don't think anyone gets along well with Kim. Shush is one of those characters that goes around throwing spanners around the village. They're not getting on at all because Paddy took Jamie back at the vets, so they're not on speaking terms. But Kim has a plan. Kim promises that if Paddy dopes her horse, then she'll give him the money. That would mean Paddy can stave off Al's involvement and put money into the pub. It's dirty tricks. Paddy has got morals and would never normally do this. It's horse doping, which is an enormous thing. If the truth came out, he wouldn't just be losing his livelihood, he could be thrown in prison. There's fraud involved too, so it's a huge thing to be involved in. I don't know if Paddy does it for love, or does it because his ego's been dented over Al possibly being involved in the pub. However, it all backfires, of course. Can you tell us more about Kim's plans? Rather than slowing the other horses down, Paddy gives a booster to Kim's horse in the hope there's no random testing. I think he does it twice. H is thinking of not doing it ever again after that, but Al finds out what HES doing. Were you shocked when you found out that Paddy would do this? I was, because normally Paddy would just say no way and he wouldn't do it. But HES put himself in this stupid situation where HES had to do it for what he thinks are the right reasons. Paddy believes he can just do it once and it'll be all right. But then because HES done it once, Kim says, well if you don't do it again, I'll tell them you've done it the first time. Paddy doesn't think like that. He doesn't play chess like that with his life, whereas Kim and Al do. Paddy just bumbles along and thinks everyone's nice. He trusts everyone. Was it nice to show Paddy going over to this darker side for a bit? It was, actually. It's happened a few times before, when I had the affair storyline and then when Paddy was going to take Leo away to New Zealand for a year. I love it. Paddy is not a saint, so I like the other dimensions that come into play. You wonder what wouldn't the character do? Then you go, well, he wouldn't do this and he wouldn't do that, so let's make him do it. I've really enjoyed it and it's touched on a little groove that I haven't been on before. Will Paddy be able to cope with the guilt of doing something so illegal? No, I don't think he copes very well. I don't know how HES sleeping at night. I don't think he thought it through very well at all. It gets worse when Al finds out. Paddy thought he was in enough trouble with Kim blackmailing him to do it again, but then when Al finds out as well, he wonders, oh my god, how am I going to get out of this now? Of course Al says, well, you can get out of it by sorting out selling the pub to me. It's the opposite of what he wanted to achieve. How would Chaz and Marlon react if they knew what Paddy had been up to? Well, I just filmed some bits. That comes to fruition in a certain way. All of it comes out, with someone. So could we expect some big trouble for Paddy down the line then? Undoubtedly, and I hope it goes on. I thought it'd be great if Paddy got deeper into it. I hope it comes up again. It's always there, as Kim deals with horses, so it's a chance to get even further into it. How is Paddy in his interactions with Kim? Paddy is intimidated by Kim and he does what she says, but there's a couple of times where things change. She throws a drink over Chaz and Paddy later says, "I think you need to apologize to my wife, because you threw a drink on her last time you were in here and it's not acceptable." Paddy is not a complete pushover, so he does stick up for himself. How is it filming with Claire King? Great. When I first came to Emmerdale in 1997, Claire King was the last person in the regulars that I actually worked with. I was daunted by her, because I watched the program myself. I thought, what's she going to be like? Claire was so lovely and Shush is completely the opposite of her character. Shush has always been like that. Shush is great to work with, totally professional, always knows her lines, and knows what she wants to do with it. Shush is just great fun and I've known her for 25 years, so it's been great. I don't usually do that much with Claire. Our characters usually have a few crossed words and that's it, so it's been fantastic to work with her. Can we expect more scenes with them? I don't know, but I really hope so. We could get into further and further trouble with this, it just depends where the writers want to take it. As you've hinted, Al might not be going away. Will Paddy have anything else up his sleeve to stop this deal from going ahead? I don't know, because I really like reading the scripts. I'm a fan of the show, so I get the scripts every 2 weeks like everybody else. I've got no idea where it's going and I don't want to ask. I enjoy the thrill of turning the pages and going, ooh right, ooh.